Hello, seedlings of light. Welcome back to Black, Gray, and White. I'm Bailey.
I'm Sandy.
And today we're doing ginseng.
I know, easy enough to say.
Not to spell, but good to say.
Not the herb, the herb.
The herb.
Not the herb, or the martial arts.
Oh, yeah.
Or the tea.
It's not jujitsu, so.
So, ginseng is something that was life-changing for me. It is a Japanese healing modality. And I want to just take a step back before we jump into ginseng and go into Ayurveda, back to Ayurveda. And I have a little checklist. But in Ayurveda, where we had talked about the doshas, I guess you'll just correct me.
I will. I'll just.
And we talk about the imbalances.
Yeah. Now I'm afraid to say anything, so here we are.
And one of the imbalances for Vata is anxiety. Mm-hmm. And so I go back here to the doshas to tell you that when you know what the imbalance is, you can find a healing modality to fit that imbalance.
For example,
anxiety with Vata, and Jin Shin helped me with that imbalance because this does the nervous system.
So did you find this when you were going to Shamesu? Is she the one that introduced you to this, or how did you find
No,
ginseng?
Aston Center.
Oh, yeah.
So I have
Yes. Wonderful.
I have a great massage therapist, and she, like I think most healers or practitioners have a list of modalities they do. And so she did ginseng on me. She also did pressure, acupuncture, which those are good also. But
this worked better for you.
Yeah, for the nervous system, I would really recommend this modality. And it is a Japanese healing modality, which everybody has different things. But one of the, and let me explain how it works. It's just by touch, and so it's non-invasive, would you say? So you
no, that's pretty invasive, I feel like.
in your space.
I feel like you're invading my area.
So it does get in your space, but it's done by a simple touch, and it's flows and balancing the flows
of energy through
yeah.
Is it through your meridians?
They called it depths.
Oh,
so I'm not sure.
Coming from.
9 depths.
I think there's like 18 meridians, so not quite where we're at. So.
I'm not sure where that fits in. I just like it.
We just like it. We don't question a lot of things that we like. We just
don't.
roll with it. So roll with it. So Paige suggested this to you, and what problems were you facing when this was coming along?
Lots of stomach issues, right? So I think I described when I started Ayurveda a lot of stomach problems, and so I had to readjust my diet. But after the diet, I still had anxiety and anxiousness, stress. Stress always goes to my stomach, and it feels like, it feels jittery all the time.
Just nervous butterflies.
Yes. And so ginseng we were just practicing a few before the video, and like you just kind of hold this is a meridian for the balance of all.
Pressure point, right? Like that's what these are, pressure points.
Yeah, and you just really you don't have to push at all. You just set your hand on there, and you wait until you can feel a pulse come through. And that's what.
And like when you're holding these, don't the pulses have to match up? Don't you
They
hold
do.
it until they match up? And then what happens if you feel a pulse but it's weak? Do you wait until it's strong, or how
I do. How I did it for my personal use, I do mine when I'm watching TV.
And you also said it's about the breath. What kind of, are you doing like a vinyasana breath, or do you
I don't know
hold
what
it?
a vinyasa breath is. If it's in and out, then yes.
Well, usually that's how you breathe, is in and out pretty consistently with breath. Vinyasana is you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 5.
Yeah, I think they have some. She does go over a breath work in there. She says breathing is the breath of life into you.
Okay.
Which, as a Christian, This one might be a little hard to filter because there's a lot of universal.
Take what you
Take what you can. But what one thing I do want to say is I came through and I breathe in. I breathe in God's energy to me.
God's glory, right?
God's glory, that's it. God's glory, and breathe it out. And so I just breathe that in and breathing out anything that isn't. And I think that really helped my dis-ease.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you make this Christian, right? Is you just do it in God's light, love, and glory. And that's how you formed it to you. To
Exactly.
Fit your beliefs.
And so the core is the breath of life. Well, my life force is God. So I breathe that way. But you just touch different parts of your body.
The ones that I remember because I was pretty young. I was still living at home when she started this, and she would make me sit next to her, which fun. And she'd hold my fingers, and you'd hold your fingers until you feel the pulse coming in. And the first time we did it, you probably had to hold my fingers for 5-10 minutes a piece. And then as you do it more, it's opened, right?
Yeah, it opens up the depths.
And what do you do? What is the ones for holding your fingers for? What does that do?
So each one, they reflexology. Each one represents a different body part. And they also do like the horoscope thing. So if you
zodiac sign.
Yeah, your zodiac. I don't do that, so I'm not familiar. But they do different flows for feelings. So it kind of goes more on feelings. And this flow is called calming and revitalizing, and it's if you feel any of the following. I get so nervous, I worry about my heart, I can't walk too much without getting out of breath, I'm always trying to, I get so depressed, I have no fun. And what it is holding your ring finger. And that's all it is. And you just hold it until you feel the pulse.
You should have started with this. See how long it really takes.
I know. Mine's good. So, and I'll do both hands. I don't know if you have to. This one's a little. This one's faint.
And I don't know why I feel the need. I'm white knuckling my finger over it. It doesn't need to be that difficult. I just need to calm down.
It's a simple touch. Yeah. That's why I was saying it's invasive, because you don't have to do much to get it going. But what's interesting, though, is after I had gotten this book and I started doing Jin Shin, I saw on a commercial, it was some football player even, and this was many, many years ago, and he was speaking in public, but he was holding his ring finger, and I went, oh, somebody practices Jin Shin.
Oh, that's nice. A good technique, though. And how often do you do this anytime you get stressed? How did you use it when you first started?
I used it daily.
Multiple times a day?
Yeah. There's a flow that you go through here. Remember this flow?
The top of my head really hurt, so there was a lot of blocks. I remember it hurting when you did it the first time.
Yeah, so you just kind of go through your flows, and they have different acupressure points, different points, and she speaks about
And you got this, and who's this by?
Oh, this is by Alice Burmeister. You want to correct me?
Yeah, I'll do it. Burmeister. How did you not get that one? We know some Burmeisters. Alice Burmeister with Tom Monte.
Yeah, and that's...
energize your body, mind, and spirit the traditional Japanese way.
Yeah, and so that's one of my favorites. There was one other thing I was going to mention. I think like people say, if you're going to sneeze, hold your index finger. I kind of feel that might be where this came from.
Oh,
right?
Sourced in some Japanese not jujitsu, ginseng. Ginseng jujitsu. So it's the martial arts of touch.
Ooh,
that's not correct. Don't use that. That's not right. All right. So what's our goal today? Try out your finger. Let us know how long it takes. Is that what it is?
Sure.
I'm going to go with a solid no.
I just recommend that you research it, and maybe that might be a modality for you. That's what I would say.
I tell you to hold your finger and let me know how long it really takes, because it took me a good 3 minutes. So,
and like for people that do computers, carpal tunnel, putting your palm, this part, and then up against your wrist, same thing. It will add that until you get a nice strong heartbeat in there.
Boom.
And if you have blockage, which I have you work in the office all the time, I would recommend doing this every couple hours, and it
Take
starts
it for your
going.
15-minute break.
Yep,
Do
bam.
some ginseng. I'm still white knuckling it. I don't know why. I feel like it has to be so aggressive.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, blackgrayandwhite1@gmail.com.
Scroll down.
Leave us a comment. Yeah, there we go. All right, see you sending all the light, guys. Bye.
Bye.